Hi friends, here is my post-op day 3 update from having my Lefort plates exchanged for the ones that are not cracked, and then also the bone grafting from my chin and the Vivigen grafting for the resulting non-union on the right maxilla. We are only 3 days post-op and we are already home back in Indiana from St. Louis, and so that is just glorious. Thrilled about that. The drive home was a little rough, but it was the best drive yet. We were pretty intentional about alternating between Percocet and ibuprofen, and it was the first time we made it home from one of my 5 surgeries out there, and I wasn't crying by the time we made it home because I was so miserable. So if you find that you are having trouble driving because of pain, please reach out. I've got some tips for us. As far as my pain management overnight, I slept with that ice machine on my face from the time we went to bed around 10 or 11 until 3 a.m. when I woke up, and it was no longer cold. And then at that point, I also took 3 ibuprofen, which is 600 of ibuprofen. From there, I woke up at 6:30 this morning and took 1 Percocet and arnica, and then I'm also on a steroid wean. So I took that as well, which is helping with the swelling. So back and forth, ibuprofen and Percocet every 3 hours, so that you're taking 1 every 6 hours. And so I try to stay on a 9-12-3-6 schedule. My hope last night was to make it through the night, but I woke up at 3 in pain, and so it was just kind of good timing. Pain numbers, I would say I woke up at like a 5, and I've hovered between like a 4 to a 5 today, primarily in my right Lefort site, my chin graft, and then my cheeks. Actually, I almost have, like, on the inside of my cheeks, they almost look like blisters, and I don't know if it's because my cheeks are so swollen that they're rubbing up against my braces, but I'm kind of keeping an eye on those. So as far as nutrition, I've been really intentional about providing my body with good building blocks for all this powerhouse growth that's happening right now. So breakfast, I had a pureed homemade pumpkin soup with collagen powder mixed into it and a cup of black coffee. Lunch was 2 scrambled eggs with half of an avocado, like mushed up, and then I poured lentil soup over the top of that, a homemade lentil soup. And then I just had a snack that was a cup of Greek yogurt with a little bit of honey. It was plain, full-fat Greek yogurt with a little bit of honey, and then 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. So the chia seeds were a little bit challenging because of how swollen I am. I can't do great oral care, so if oral care causes you a lot of pain, I would say try to avoid those. But that nutrition so far is providing a lot of macro and micronutrients to promote and support bone growth and healing, and is also really good for inflammation. And then on that note, I have walked nearly 4 miles today in 3 separate walks, like a morning, afternoon, and evening walk. And in between that time, one of my best friends came over and we painted. So trying to be outside as much as possible, being with the horses, and then really focusing on icing, pain medicine, and nutrition. So honestly, I'm not doing as bad as I thought I would be. Certainly not feeling great, but that's to be expected. So I'll keep y'all posted. Thank you guys.